Hello, folks. So here's the good news. We're doing multiplication and division with negative numbers, and this page right here, if you can remember this page or how to do this right here, you can do any multiplication and division problem with negative numbers. All right, I'm going to show you the secret, uh, and then I'm going to give you a little trick, and then you'll do great. So for multiplication and division, notice it says multiplication, division, multiplication, division, multiplication, division, multiplication, division. If you have a positive and you multiply or divide by a positive, your answer is going to be positive. Negative, multiply or divide by a positive, it's going to give you a negative answer. A positive, multiply or divided by a negative is going to give you a negative answer. I'm starting to yawn as I read this to you. And a negative multiplier divided by a negative is a positive answer. Listen, when I was a kid, I was told, memorize this. Now, somebody gave me an idea, and it'll hopefully help you remember this a little better. I want you to imagine you are a person who has an iPhone or a phone, a smartphone, let's call it, and somebody steals your phone from you. So you're a good person, you didn't do anything wrong, and a bad person stole your phone. All right, so let's think of that scenario, and that'll help you multiply positive and negative numbers. So you're a good person. Let's start before your phone got stolen. When a good thing happens to a good person, that's good. Now, somebody stole your phone. When a bad thing happens to a good person, that's bad. Let's continue with this narrative or this story. Let's say the person that stole your phone gets away with it. So a good thing happens to that person. So when a good thing happens to that bad person that stole your phone, that's bad. And finally, my favorite, the person who stole your phone gets caught. So when a bad thing happens to that person who stole your phone, that bad person, that's good, right? If you can remember this, it'll help you in multiplication and division with negative numbers because multiplying and dividing is no different than it is with positive numbers. You just need to know this to find the sign. Another thing some of you may have noticed, and I'll actually write this out, you may have noticed when the two signs are the same, oops, if the two signs are the same, like two positives or two negatives, the resulting answer is positive. And when the two signs are different, a negative and a positive, or a positive and a negative, the resulting answer is negative. So that's another way people use to remember these. I know that was 3.5 minutes, it looks like so far, but this was really helpful for figuring out how the signs of numbers when you multiply. So let's go. What is the sign of C divided by D when C is greater than 0, which means C is a positive number, divided by D is less than 0, which is a negative number, right? So when C divided by D, well, a positive divided by a negative, or when a good thing happens to a bad person, that is negative. That's bad, right? How about this one? Y times X over Y. All right. Well, let's think about this. Y is a positive number, and X is a negative number. So we're going to follow the order of operations just like we would. This is Y. We're going to replace Y with a positive sign times, in parentheses, X, which is a negative, divided by a positive. So let's do this in order of get the parentheses done first. So this is a negative divided by a positive. When a negative divided by a positive, when a bad thing happens to a good person, that is bad. So this comes out to a negative. Now we have this positive times this whole thing comes out to a negative. So when a positive times a negative, when a good thing happens to a bad person, that means the result is negative. All right? This takes some practice, but I promise you, you're going to get this. All right, here is a toughie. Maybe not. X is greater than 0, right? So this is X is greater than 0. So this is a negative positive number. Ugh. Actually, you know what? Let's let's use let's use actual numbers because I think it'll help in this case. X is 1 and Y is -2. Let's Oh, no. Sorry. My bad, folks. My bad. Y is also greater than 0, so I'm going to call that 2. All right? So negative x over negative x over negative y is going to be, well, -1 over -2, right? The negative signs out front, and then I just replace x with 1, y with 2. Well, a fraction bar is a division, so a negative divided by a negative is going to give me a positive answer. Remember, when bad thing happens to that bad person, that's good. So it's going to give you a positive answer. And is there one more? No, that's it. We are done. Hope you enjoyed the video.